know, comfort is such an important thing when you're thinking about wearing headphones all day, particularly if you're on the go. And we design headphones, again, the Bose sound experience is always going to be second to none, and you'll find it here. But we've taken the next step in terms of engineering a headphone that not only gives you the Bose experience of sound, but gives you comfort and stability as well. See, there are headphones out there that if you were to put these are in-ear style headphones, that they might fall out at just the simple, as soon as you begin to start to run or you start to exercise a little bit. Now, you're not going to find a way to get these headphones that just kind of, you have to jam it into your ear. And we find that the SoundSport design lends itself to full stability and comfort throughout your day. We call it our Stay Here Plus tip. It's strategically designed around hundreds of hours of research of hundreds of different types of ears to stay firmly and comfortably in your ear while you're exercising, you're on the treadmill, you're lifting, you're doing any of those things that go along with working out, maybe being a little bit more active. These headphones will stay rock solid. And we also know that there's an incredible amount of different, sizes of ears out there. We include 3 different sizes of ear tips. So the ear tips themselves come in small, medium, and large to ensure that you get the best possible fit regardless of your ear size. So you can feel confident that while you're on the go, while you're on the move, you're exercising, you're just even going for a walk down the street, that these are gonna stay put in your ear and you're not gonna have to jam them into your ear canal. The design of them specifically makes it so that it spreads the load out across the ridge of your ear so that it just feels like you have this elegant, very, very soft, but very stable tip design in your ear so that you get the best of both worlds. You get great quality sound and you get comfort and stability too.
You know what I love about Bose is that they haven't just rested on their laurels and thought, okay, we got the speakers right, let's just sit there. I mean, one of the things that we all well know is that it then comes to portability. Now, they've gone ahead and not just created a wireless Bluetooth headphones, but they made them also splash-proof, water-resistant, sweat-proof. So in our daily lives, as we're going out, whether we're going for a jog or a walk or a ride on the bike or hiking or out and about or in the garden, because this will receive the signal from your Bluetooth device up to 30 feet away. So you can actually have your smartphone or your tablet or computer, whatever it is, sitting there, but then you can be moving around freely and still be able to hear the music. And for less than $150.
And that's the benefit of having a truly wireless headphone that can stand up to the rigors of everyday movement. I take these with me when I go for a walk. I bring the dog with me and we go around the block a few times. And I don't have to worry that if we get caught in a rain shower or if I decide to pick it up to a jog, not really likely, but imagine I really did, then I would absolutely be okay with that because this is built to withstand that. It's an IPX4 water resistant certification, meaning that it can withstand water splashing from any direction. I was actually just talking to my sister out in Montana a little bit earlier, and I sent her a pair of these because she's just going back to the gym, getting started with a personal trainer, and she told me that the gym can be very scary when you just get back into it and you haven't been there yet. And what better way to enjoy that workout process more than with having your own sound and enjoy your own music and sort of isolate yourself in the gym. But at the same time, you don't have to worry about, oh man, are my headphones they're gonna fly out after I'm been on the treadmill for 10 seconds? Are they gonna be uncomfortable after I wear them for a certain period of time? Bose technology has taken care of all of that. We exhaustively research all kinds of different situations to ensure that these headphones stay still and comfortable in your ears while always faithfully reproducing every nuance of all the music that you're listening to. So you get comfort, you get stability, you get Bose quality performance, you get water resistance, and you get it entirely wirelessly as well. It is something we are truly proud to be able to bring to life because it really personifies what Bose is all about. Great sound, simply.